With football around the corner, time to start building up that bankroll. And we want to help by slashing the cost of all daily picks packages priced at $25 or more, including 5% best bets through the end of July. This amazing promotion runs from Tuesday, July 12th to midnight on Sunday, July 31st, and drops the pricing down to $25 daily packages for $12.50, 29 daily combo packages for $14.50, and $35 5% best bets for $17.50. But even better, this is the perfect time to take advantage of our one-day all-access pass. This package locks in the handicapper of your choice for one whole day for only $39, including when they have a 5% top play that usually sells for $35. But during our 50% slash promotion, you get a one-day all-access for only $19.50. We know this business is loaded with competitors and copycats, and we are very proud and extremely excited to be one of, if not, the premier sports betting information provider in North America. Our special discount pricing goes live on Tuesday, runs through the end of the month, does not require a coupon, and is available just by going to your favorite WagerTalk or Sports Memo Handicappers homepage right now.
Welcome, everybody, to WagerTalk Today. I'm Lawrence Presman. You're watching the best daily sports betting show on the planet. And, well, yeah, okay, there's very few sports going on today. We're still going to do a show. Come on. Plus, we got the Home Run Derby. And when you got Andy Lang and Matt Joseph, you can definitely get information on how to bet that Home Run Derby. And that's really what we're going to focus on today. It will be a much shorter show, unless, of course, Andy and Matt want to go on and on and on for hours. Andy does tend to drone at times. We get it. Anyway, I want to tell you guys, I've been saying for the last few weeks that we've got some very big news happening over at WagerTalk, and today is the day that we will announce that news. I'm going to get it out of the way right away, and it is big news. So, Covers, a website that I absolutely love, flat out love. I use their matchups on a regular basis. This is a site that has been in my life for 20 years. I probably visit Covers once a day. That's how important that site has been to me personally. Well, they're closing their pick service. And who is going to benefit from that? Well, probably the largest pick selling company on the planet, WagerTalk Media, Sports Memo, and WagerTalk. We are bringing almost their entire team over, guys. We will have a ton of their guys over at Sports Memo, and we are thrilled to announce that we have signed 3 of them to exclusive contracts at WagerTalk Today. We are thrilled to bring in Jazz Ray. Jazz Ray is an exclusive handicapper now at WagerTalk. He's an exceptional handicapper. He crosses all sports. Outstanding in soccer. His Canadian football record is sensational. He's phenomenal in the NFL, college football, just a real pros pro. Jazz Ray will be with us full-time, exclusive, and we are pumped. Brian Power joining WagerTalk, exclusive handicapper. Brian is one of the best handicappers on the planet. Has not had a losing season in 10 years. And I can tell you flat out, I have. I have had a losing season in 10 years. So that's just an exceptional thing to do. And Brian will be joining us as well, exclusive handicapper. And of course, I got to leave this guy to last because, well, Ben Burns is probably generated the most revenue out of any single handicapper in the world over the last 10 years. I don't know that to be fact, but he is for sure in the top 3 handicappers in the last 10 years. He is at the pinnacle. He is Dave Koken legendary, especially inside of the industry. And he's an exceptionally great guy. Ben and I have known each other for 20 years. I absolutely love him. This is the first time Ben Burns will be exclusive to any site ever. He wasn't exclusive at Covers. He wasn't exclusive at the other guy, the tall dude. He wasn't exclusive at Dom Best or that pre-nonsense that we talk about every now and again. He's exclusive to us. Ben Burns, Brad Powers, Jazz Sports, all exclusive handicappers at WagerTalk.com, plus a bunch more over at Sports Memo. Booyah! We continue to grow. Andy Lang joining us now. Andy, any thoughts? I mean, you for sure are familiar with these guys.
Oh man, Covers. You didn't even mention the Covers forums. I mean, probably the best forums in the business. I actually, believe it or not, have met several really, really good friends through Covers, just talking to them on the forums. So great website. They always put out fantastic work, unbelievable stats, and great knowledge from professional handicappers as well as all the forums. So really excited. I mean, they're going to add nothing but value to it. Always good to get a couple of fresh voices in. So really excited. And the other good thing is that means, more content. We're bringing in more people. So we're going to have more content. So, more polished, good stuff coming forward. I hope to work with these guys. So really excited.
Andy, it's so funny, man. I mean, obviously you weren't in the room when we started this company, but one of the things Johnny Marco and I discussed was we can't have more than 10 handicappers because there won't be enough money to go around and everyone will just be unhappy. 2 years later, we're at 15. We are capping it at 15. Then we get to 23 or something. Now I think we're over 25. It is a testament to an unbelievable team, what Wager Talk has done. And I take very little responsibility for that. I mean, Johnny and his team in Detroit, Rick Alec and his incredible calmness. And in this industry, you need to be led by someone who has calm. Just an unbelievable job. We are so excited to have these guys. I mean, I hope you guys can see this in my face. We are just freaking pumped. Anyway, dude, we got the Home Run Derby going on tonight. I don't normally bet this stuff, to be honest with you. I actually look for days where I can take off and not bet anything. I'm going to use today as one of those. But you've got some props for us on that. One with Pete Alonso and one on Kyle Schwarber. Let's talk about that. Mike's all yours.
Yeah, the Home Run Derby, you obviously don't want to extend too much of your bankroll into this. It's a really fun event. It's going to be at Dodger Stadium. But I think there are a couple nice sprinkle plays that you can play. These plays are mostly for fun, but if you do the research, you can find a couple of holes in some of the lines. So I'll start with Pete Alonso, the overwhelming favorite. Obviously, he's won a couple times in a row. One thing to note, sometimes you have these stadiums where like left-handed batters have an advantage or right-handed batters have an advantage based on the stadium. The measurements at Dodger Stadium are the exact same from left field to right field. So it's one of those unique situations where there's no favorite where it's like, oh, the stadium really favors, lefties or righties. So I'm going to start with Pete Alonso. I'm not going to take him to win, but I do love his prop over 38.5 home runs total. So as long as he advances to the second round, I really think we got a good shot at cashing this in the second round. Last year, he had 35 in the first round and 16 in round 2 and 23 in the final. So he absolutely smoked this total. He cashed this number round 2. So if he makes the finals, we should be looking at an easy cash. Now, he's minus 180 to win in the first round against Acuna. And Alonso beat Acuna in 2019 in the Derby. So one thing we got to look out for is Acuna's going to bat first in the round. The higher seed gets to bat second. So what we're looking for is Acuna to have a really big total. That way Alonso has to hit a ton of home runs. If he gets past Acuna by 1, they call the round dead. But I would expect Acuna, he's looking pretty good. I saw some videos of him practicing. He looks pretty relaxed and dialed in. He obviously had the injury. But Alonso, for whatever reason, just fits the home run derby perfectly. I don't know if it's the guy throwing him the pitches, but he's a bomber. He's the favorite for a reason. I think we're getting a really, really good number. If he advances to round 2, I think we got a chance to cash it there. If he gets to the finals, we're definitely going to cash it. So you get the favorite. We take his over 38.5 home runs on this one.
And Andy, before we get into Kyle Schwarber, that's a fun bet to make too, right? Because, I mean, you're counting the home runs and how far he makes it is determined. So that's one of the, and I don't bet for entertainment. Many do. I don't. But that's one of those that's one of those like entertaining
fun to
bets.
root for. Yeah. Absolutely.
Kyle Schwarber, you got a bet for us on him.
Yeah, let's take him to make the finals. Plus 135, I think, is a fantastic price. He has the most home runs this season of anyone in the Derby. Obviously, completely different format. But he gets Albert Pujols in the first round, who he's minus 340 to beat Albert Pujols. So he's probably Pujols 42 years old. We're going to take Schwarber to make the finals. So, but if he gets by Pujols, you're holding a plus 135 ticket that all he needs to do is beat the winner of Soto and Ramirez. So Pujols is going to bat first. And if he sucks, if he has a really low number, Schwarber may not have to do much in the first round to advance. He could have a pretty easy first round, which means he's going to be more fresh in round 2, which I love. So Soto and Ramirez, they could have a pretty big battle. So if we get Pujols who starts off with a low total and Schwarber doesn't need to use that much energy, we're getting a pretty nice plus 135 in round 2 for him to make the finals. And if you're live betting, you're going to get a way worse number. So I'm just going to bet and assume that Schwarber should take care of Pujols pretty easy. I don't think he'll use a lot of energy. And then we've beat the books and beat the line pretty good by getting plus 135. So I think that's a pretty sneaky one on Schwarber to make the finals.
I like it. Andy Lang joining us, everyone. We're going to talk a little NFL. Andy, you've done a ton of work already for the upcoming season. You have a futures bet on the Jaguars or Jaguars for some reason.
Matt is going to do the Jaguars. I'm going to stay in the same division, though.
Oh, you're doing that? Yeah. Stay tuned, everyone. That's a tease. There, did I save that? No. You got it. On the Colts, bro.
Yes. Yeah. It's not too late to start your research on the NFL, but you're a little behind if you haven't started that. So we actually have a 5% week 1 NFL play that is up right now. And we're actually going to include all of our NFL futures. These are player futures and team futures. Prez, we've hit 62% since I've been at WagerTalk on NFL futures. They've been really, really good. So we're just going to include those with the 5% play. That's only $9 today. So for $9, you can get a 5% week 1 play with all the futures. So here's one to look at. I'm from Indianapolis, so everyone knows I know the Colts pretty well. I really like them to win this AFC South. A lot of divisions you can say, well, 3 teams have a shot. This is a 2-team race. The Jaguars and the Texans are not going to be fighting for the title, for that division title. So it comes down to the Titans and the Colts. And I am so out on the Titans this year. Tannehill did not have a good year despite the record. He had more interceptions last year than he did the previous 2 years. And they drafted a quarterback, which is never a great sign if you're the struggling veteran. So he made the comment about his job is not to mentor. I don't think he's very happy with this, but if they don't get off to a good start and Tannehill's bad, they may end up going with the rookie quarterback to see what they have. They did not have a great passing offense to begin with, but they get rid of A.J. Brown. They pick up Robert Woods, and then they draft Treylon Burks, who has been a little bit iffy so far in training camp. And don't forget, Derrick Henry is the beast. He had a foot injury. This is a big guy with a pretty big injury. He missed a ton of the year. Maybe he takes just a slight step back. I thought Mike Vrabel did just an unbelievable job last year. I thought he pulled some games out of nowhere. Yeah, I think it kind of comes to an end a little bit. So the Colts, I believe they upgraded at quarterback. Carson Wentz was terrible, especially the last part of the year. They get Matt Ryan. Pro Football Focus, who I really like their ratings, they have the Colts as a top 10 rated offensive line and defensive line. So they should have a really good chance to control the line of scrimmage in most of these games. They obviously have Jonathan Taylor, who's a monster. The weakness is the secondary. However, they picked up Stephon Gilmore. That's going to be a really big help to that addition. If he plays all year, I think it's going to improve. They're still not great in the secondary, but they get a nice break because they don't face a whole lot of elite quarterbacks this season who can expose that secondary. So they get Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Justin Herbert. But other than that, I mean, they face Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott, who you can consider threats. But other than that, they're getting Davis Mills twice, Trevor Lawrence twice. They get Carson Wentz, Tannehill twice, Daniel Jones. So the weakness of the defense is the secondary, but I don't think the schedule sets up for them to be really exposed. I think if Matt Ryan just plays the role of game manager, I expect Tennessee to regress back. I really like the Colts to win the division. You're getting a really, really good price. And look for the Colts to start off really strong. They get the Jaguars and Texans in weeks 1 and 2. So if you get this price now, it's probably going to drop after they start off the season 2-0. So look for the Colts to win the AFC South.
Brilliant handicap, Andy.
Thank
really
you.
Well thought out. You're going to be joining us tomorrow, dude. Guys, we will have a show tomorrow. Ronald Kabang will be joining us. We're going to talk a little bit of WNBA. Andy Lang's coming on. He's going to take apart the All-Star game in great detail, and Brandon Siefkin as well. Although I am going to reach out to Sherapan, see what's going on with him. But we're giving those guys a week off. Art will be back next week. Andy, awesome stuff, man. Anything quick to promote?
Yeah, I know it's a break, but for all intents and purposes, this is a great time of year for us. We're doing auto racing. We're over 64% for the year, coming off a 3-0 day. That doesn't slow down for us. Golf, we've turned a profit in golf 7 weeks in a row. That doesn't slow down. We have golf every week. We're number one at WagerTalk. Yeah, we're number one at WagerTalk since March 1st with plus 160 units. And we're on a 7-0 UFC run, and we have a 5% UFC play that is up right there. So I know baseball slows down, but this is a great time of year for me and the sports that I handicap. So check that out on my profile page on wagertalk.com.
Awesome stuff. Andy Lang, everybody. Guys, we're going to take a 15-second break, and then, of course, Matt Joseph joining us. More Home Run Derby stuff and a little bit of NFL. Stay with us, everyone.
With football around the corner, time to start building up that bankroll. And we want to help by slashing the cost of all daily picks packages priced at $25 or more, including 5% best bets through the end of July. This amazing promotion runs from Tuesday, July 12th to midnight on Sunday, July 31st, and drops the pricing down to $25 daily packages for $12.50, 29 daily combo packages for $14.50, and $35 5% best bets for $17.50. But even better, this is the perfect time to take advantage of our one-day all-access pass. This package locks in the handicapper of your choice for one whole day for only $39, including when they have a 5% top play that usually sells for $35. But during our 50% slash promotion, you get a one-day all-access for only $19.50. We know this business is loaded with competitors and copycats, and we are very proud and extremely excited to be one of, if not, the premier sports betting information provider in North America. Our special discount pricing goes live on Tuesday, runs through the end of the month, does not require a coupon, and is available just by going to your favorite WagerTalk or Sports Memo Handicappers homepage right now.
All right, we're back. Guys, really appreciate you showing up today in the chat room. Jeffrey, Rance, Words, Jacob, John, really appreciate it. I know this is a slow week for all of us. We will be having shows every day this week except Wednesday. So no show on Wednesday, but look, things can change, I'll let you guys know if we can pull off a show for Wednesday, but as of now, we are on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Matt Joseph, man, what are you doing during this All-Star break?
I'm using this time to bone up on my college football and NFL win totals. I've got a college football win total that I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a 5% coming up shortly. And then I was working on some NFL ones as well.
Excellent stuff. Well, we love having you on. I appreciate you coming on to discuss the Home Run Derby with us today. Corey Seager, you've got a bet for us on him. What do we do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love necessarily betting on the matchups per se because there are some things that could be a little bit different. The irony is the 8 seed is actually beating the 1 seed the last 4 years in this thing. Not that the seeding actually matters, but I do think it's kind of a little crazy to see Corey Seager as an underdog here. I understand that Rodriguez is an rookie, and he's hit some mammoth blasts the past couple weeks for the Seattle Mariners, but he's still a rookie, and we've seen a lot of the first timers flame out in this thing. Hell, I think Corey Seager was not very good his first time in this event. So at an underdog price to get a guy who's done this before, who's going back to a stadium he's very familiar with, because remember, Corey Seager was a Dodger for the majority of his career. I think there's some value here. Now, once again, like Andy said, I'm not going to go nuts. This is not one of those things you play, most of your bankroll on. But I think that him as an underdog is certainly some value. There's going to be some people rooting for him, and we've seen a lot of times the home guy get some extra energy from the crowd. I think Seager beats Julio Rodriguez. I'm not ready to back a rookie, especially as a favorite in a first-round matchup.
Matt Joseph joining us, everyone. Exclusive handicapper over at Sports Memo. And Matt, these guys, you do radio in Virginia, right? Tell us where people can hear you.
Yeah, I'm actually on an ESPN Richmond. I have a show from 3 to 4 o'clock. And actually, it's funny you ask, because this week, Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be doing my show live from the ACC Football Media Days down in Charlotte. I'll have a whole bunch of interviews with players and coaches and media members and stuff like that. So, as I said, college football really ramping up, and I'll be down in Charlotte Wednesday and Thursday doing my shows from there, getting lots of ACC information.
So you're doing these shows by yourself? Or you got a co-host, guests? How do they work?
No, I do the show myself. I have guests every once in a while, but yeah, on Wednesday and Thursday, the guests will be the players and coaches from the Atlantic Coast Conference. Wednesday will be Atlantic Division. Thursday will be the Coastal Division, which obviously means more for the people in my area because that features Virginia and Virginia Tech.
Chad M. just wrote, he got booked a room at the Westgate. Should be a blast. Chad, I'm thrilled you're coming. Guys, please make sure to come down to our meet and greet. It's just going to be so much fun. The last one was fun, and that was a day. This is like an event, so make sure to check that out. Are you going to be coming down, Matt?
I will not, unfortunately. The plane flights are quite a bit expensive to get out to Las Vegas this time of year.
I get it, brother. I get it. Let's talk Juan Soto. So he just turned down a $440 million contract. He's going to go out tonight. He's going to be hit in the knee. It'll shatter, and so will his dreams. What do we do with this guy?
So much like what Andy talked about with Pete Alonso's number, I'm doing the same thing with Juan Soto. I think there's a chance Soto wins tonight. I just think that he's got the power, he's got the extra motivation, national spotlight. If you want to get traded, why not show everybody what you're capable of? And we're getting a really good number here. Obviously Alonso was a pretty big number. 33 and a half home runs for Juan Soto. I think there's a chance he goes to the finals. If he wins the first round and gets to the second round, I definitely think he's going to hit this number. So I really like over 33 and a half homers for Juan Soto. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on him to win the whole darn thing, you can. But I think this is a better bet because if he wins the first round matchup, he's going to have to do it by hitting 20 plus. And then if he gets to the second round, remember, he did this last year. He won a round last year. So I really like Juan Soto tonight. I'm taking over 31 and a half home runs for him in this event.
Yeah. Matt Joseph, everyone. And it really is like, it's unbelievable that anybody could turn $440 million down over 15 years. Man, Scott Boras is funny. That A-Rod contract he signed, I think it was $252 million. And the reason for the two was that he wanted it to officially double the last highest contract. That dude's got an ego. Scott Boras, if you're listening, I'd like you to be my agent, please. Jaguars. We spoke about them kind of in the Andy Lang segment. I messed that one up. You got a bet for us on them. What is it?
Yeah, I'm just not a Jaguars person. I obviously think there's going to be some improvement. They took a step up in head coach. Obviously, I can vouch for Doug Peterson. He got my Eagles a Super Bowl, so I know he's better than Urban Meyer, who really didn't want to be there. But if you look at the Jaguars' schedule, I mean, look, if they don't get 2 guaranteed wins against Houston, I think they're going to struggle to get to 6.5. You look at some of the toss-up games they have. They play at the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be better this year. They play at the Jets. I think the Jets are going to be better this year. They've got the NFC East, and I can argue for as bad of a division as the NFC East is, all 4 teams in that division are better than the Jaguars. So I think that's a couple more losses. They get the Raiders and the Broncos in back-to-back weeks at home. But guess what? They're not going to be home games. They're going to be games that basically, have more Raiders fans than Jaguars fans. And oh, by the way, the Broncos game's actually in London. So that kind of evens things up a little bit in terms of that kind of matchup here. So I really like the under 6.5 for the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. I do expect them to get better. I do expect Trevor Lawrence to be better because he's got legitimate wide receivers this year. But getting better from last year and getting better to go over 6.5 wins, 2 different things. So I like under 6.5 wins for the Jaguars this year.
Matt Joseph, everyone. Matt, what do you got to promote?
Well, as Andy said, and for his, I've got a 5% NFL win total. I don't do a lot of 5% in anything because I just have to make sure that when I love something, I put it out there. So I don't do it rarely. And for $9 on sportsmemo.com, you can get my 5% NFL win total. And as a bonus, it includes 3 others, including the Jaguars, that I actually like as well, including a plus money underdog side. So you can get that for $9 on sportsmemo.com. I will have a 5% college football win total coming out. Last year, my college football 5% was the over on Western Kentucky. It sailed over by quite a few wins, so we're certainly in love with the one we've got for this year. And then, as I said, throughout the week this week, I'll have plenty of ACC info on my Twitter account at MidMajorMatt as I broadcast live from Media Day Wednesday and Thursday down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Awesome stuff. Matt, thanks for joining us today. I know a lot of the handicappers are taking some time off in there this week. You didn't, Andy didn't. It's greatly appreciated. Guys, real quick, I just want to reiterate, and I want to say this all again. As everybody knows, covers.com will be closing their pick site. I just want to give a shout out to Covers. This is a site that has been one of the most important sites in my life. I'm at that website almost every single day. The way they present their stats and their matchups, second to none. They have now decided to close their pick site. We have brought in most of their team. There will be a bunch of guys being moved over to Sports Memo in the next couple of days. And we have 3 guys coming to Wager Talk, including Jazz Ray, Brian Power, and Ben Burns. All 3 of those guys are going to be exclusive to Wager Talk. This is the first time Ben Burns has been exclusive to any site. He is in the Dave Koken stratosphere of handicapping, a complete and total legend and a wonderful guy. All 3 just wonderful guys. I want to give a shout out to Covers. I want to give a shout out to all of you guys for taking the time out of your day to join us. Lots of love. We'll see you all tomorrow.
With football around the corner, time to start building up that bankroll. And we want to help by slashing the cost of all daily picks packages priced at $25 or more, including 5% best bets through the end of July. This amazing promotion runs from Tuesday, July 12th to midnight on Sunday, July 31st, and drops the pricing down to $25 daily packages for $12.50, $29 daily combo packages for $14.50, and $35 5% best bets for $17.50. But even better, this is the perfect time to take advantage of our one-day all-access pass. This package locks in the handicapper of your choice for one whole day for only $39, including when they have a 5% top play that usually sells for $35. But during our 50% slash promotion, you get a one-day all-access for only $19.50. We know this business is loaded with competitors and copycats, and we are very proud and extremely excited to be one of, if not, the premier sports betting information provider in North America. Our special discount pricing goes live on Tuesday, runs through the end of the month, does not require a coupon, and is available just by going to your favorite Wager Talk or Sports Memo Handicappers homepage right now.